Hi everyone, how are you all doing on this Thursday? I think it's Thursday. We are nearly at the weekend, not that that makes much difference when you're in quarantine and every day feels like the same. But we are in our second or third week now, so hopefully we're all feeling a bit more optimistic. But I did just want to do a video on taking control and also ways in which we can handle our negative emotion. And the reason for this is because I've been coaching a lovely lady who has faced some personal challenges since we've had to stay at home, because she is finding that she has more negative thoughts than usual, and she feels a bit out of control with her emotion and doesn't really know how to deal with it. So I've come along and I practiced with her on how to change her negativity into a positive. And I just wanted to go through some things that would help us understand what we can do to. When we are negative, we give ourselves so many obstacles and so many challenges. And what this can do is give us so much self-doubt, sometimes self-pity. We doubt ourselves and therefore we are stuck we question our potential and we ruin our focus. And motivation is out the window. We can't do any of these things because we feel so bad with our own self. So to be positive, let's look at this exercise. Think of someone who is really inspirational to you, who has the best life, is always so glamorous, is always so happy and joyful, and ask yourself this: do you think they ever have a negative thought? And the answer is yes they do. But the difference is how they handle their negative thought. Now, they are opening it with opportunity and positive energy, and therefore they handle it with strength and resilience. And when we have negativity, we are less likely to make the correct decisions, or we are less likely to have positive impacts on our life. So negativity actually has a knock-on effect. When one thing is going wrong, you'll find that quite a lot of other things will go wrong. So being positive doesn't always mean you have to look on the bright side of life either. To have negative thoughts is very normal, and we're only human. You know, we can't always be positive. But it is important that when we do have these kind of thoughts, that we check in with our feelings. Like any feeling that we have, it is so important to check in with our negative feelings and emotions, and recognize when the negativity is entering our life and understand how we can better deal with it. So let's look at 3 of your personal challenges, how you have faced these. So when did you feel really, really negative? And how long was you in that state of mind? What change in attitude did you have? How did you overcome it? And how do you feel now when you look back? I bet now when you look back, you discover so much about yourself. You discover your inner strength, your capacity to bounce back. Because none of us enjoy feeling sad, miserable, or unhappy. None of us enjoy feeling like that. None of us want to be negative. But what we do need to do to stop it is to address our emotions and why we have them. Feelings are related to our needs, and when we check in with our needs, we can give ourselves the best life that we deserve, and therefore we'll feel more upbeat and more positive and more energetic when we check in with how we actually feel. So let's think about transforming your negative energy and how you can deal with it. So think about a positive action you can take right now in your life. So what problems are you facing? And what significant life change can you make? It doesn't have to be huge, it can just be small, but what action can you take today to change it? Something that will make you feel courageous. Something which will make you use your assertiveness. Because life is way too precious and way too short to waste it being unhappy, sad, miserable, or depressed. You have to raise your expectations. You have to check in with yourself. And you need to step out of your comfort zone whilst taking control to feel positive. We need better diary management. We need to-do lists. And sometimes it's about taking a step back and restructuring what our life or our day looks like. Because the lifestyle challenges can make all the difference. And how we spend our time is very important as to how we end up feeling. So a lot of people will say they become victims of their own feelings and say, oh, I wish I was like her, or I just don't have the time. I'm so stretched with work. But time is on your side if you work with it instead of against it. It's about better time management, and that will ultimately reflect how you are feeling. Life is only hard work if you get to the end of the day to find out that you haven't achieved anything because you haven't been productive, because you put off a meeting with a friend, because you decided you couldn't be asked to go for a coffee with your best friend. These things will actually make you feel worse than it will cancelling or putting things off. It's not so easy to be distracted when you are regimented with your to-do list or your time management and diary management. And if you don't start to activate on your ideas and plans, you actually lose confidence in yourself. So this is where assertiveness needs to come in. You need to visualize, and you need to know what your goals are, and you need to achieve them, but make sure you actually go through with it and not just say you will. You give yourself at the same time, because winning at life depends on a balance. And if you're so busy on a day-to-day basis and you're not checking in with your thoughts or feelings, but you're not giving yourself any focus or relaxation, then that's also an issue. So start to think differently about any task that you're doing and ask yourself, are you delighted and energized with that task? Or do you feel pressurized and stressed? Because ultimately this will depend on what you decide to eliminate in your life and get rid of. The more you enjoy a task, the more you'll be able to accomplish it in a relaxed, focused, and efficient way. Most of our time that we waste is on doubt and fear. Positive mantras is the way forward. We need a vision board, we need to visualize, we need to set some goals, we need to journal how we feel, and we need to choose our positive mindset. We need to remove negative energy, and we need to take control. Every action you take is a seed that will bloom in the future. So choose your seeds wisely. Don't worry about what's to come. The past is gone, and we don't know what the future holds. All we have is this present moment, so live it. Focus on what you have done and not what is still to be done. Celebrate your success every step of the way. And don't be a doaholic. Whatever you do, do not keep burdening yourself with over and overly to-do lists, because if you do too much, something will crack and it will be you. Overdoing is also a symptom of lack of focus. Take a look at how you can clean up your life and look at basic decluttering techniques. Clear way for physical, mental, and emotional clarity. That's my tips on taking control and removing your negative energy. Now is the time to really tune in on that. And obviously each day we have different emotions at the moment, but hopefully if you have listened to anything in that, you'll know that there are ways that you can remove your negativity. I have got some more techniques and tips available, which I will be putting out onto my Instagram page over the next few weeks, but I will also be doing more videos as I get used to them. So thank you for listening, and I will release my next video next week. Take care.